The Quad Foreign Ministers meeting. This is going to be the first major diplomatic event following Donald Trump's inauguration. This is Trump's declaration of intent, a renewed focus on the Indo-Pacific. Meanwhile, another Quad has entered the chat, and at the center of it all is India. So let's talk about the two Quads and what they indicate about India. This is Shubhangi Sharma for CNN News 18. Let's dive in. Indian External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar attended the inauguration ceremony of Donald J. Trump. He is scheduled for a Quad Foreign Ministers meeting with his counterparts Penny Wong from Australia, Japanese Foreign Minister Mr. Iwaya Takeshi, and Senator Marco Rubio, who has been confirmed as Trump's Secretary of State. The fifth Quad Leaders Summit this year in India will be at the top of the agenda, where President Donald Trump will make his first visit to India since 2020. Meanwhile, another diplomatic overture has surfaced, or perhaps offered a different kind of spotlight. Sergei Lavrov, Russia's seasoned foreign minister, has publicly advocated for India's inclusion in the Afghan Quad, a grouping comprised of Russia, China, Iran, and Pakistan. The strategic timing of this suggestion, presented while India prepares for a crucial meeting with the US and its allies, cannot be understated. These two Quads, sharing little beyond nomenclature, represent vastly different geopolitical objectives and power dynamics. Yet at the center of both lies India, a nation suddenly finding itself pulled into seemingly opposing directions. This isn't merely a matter of scheduling conflict. It speaks to the heightened strategic importance India now holds on the world stage and the complex balancing act that comes with it. The convening of a foreign ministers meeting a mere day after his inauguration is not merely symbolic, it is a solid declaration of intent by Trump. Following a decade of dormancy, the Quad was brought back to life during Donald Trump's first term in 2017, signaling a renewed focus on the Indo-Pacific. China was left watching then, mocking that the Quad will dissipate like sea foam. This is what Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi had put. Now, China will undoubtedly be watching these developments closely again. The Quad serves as a critical bloc to meet new economic and security challenges, and this meeting sends a strong signal to China. The Quad, comprising Australia, India, Japan, and the United States, is seen as a counterbalance to China's growing influence and aggression. The timing of this meeting, right after Trump's inauguration, suggests a renewed focus on the Indo-Pacific region. This is a stark contrast to the Biden administration, which seemed to downplay the Quad's importance by postponing meetings. Infamously, in 2023, a Quad meeting in Australia was ultimately relegated to the sidelines of a G7 gathering in Japan, a move that perhaps spoke volumes about the perceived priority of the Biden administration. In 2024, the Biden administration did step up its game, and in a move to shape his legacy through the Quad, switched schedules with India to host Quad leaders in his place of residence in Delaware. He famously said that the Quad is here to stay, dispelling doubts about its relevance. Prime Minister Modi said the same words. Note that the Biden administration was aggressively focused during its time on a different theater, Europe, specifically the NATO versus Russia proxy war on the battlegrounds of Ukraine. Now, with the ascension of Donald Trump, a leader who wants to see the war end soon and focus on the China challenge, the Indo-Pacific will regain attention. From Beijing's perspective, this reinvigorated Quad meeting will be observed with hawkish intensity. China views the Quad with suspicion, perceiving it as a thinly veiled attempt to contain its rise. India is the only major power to have banned TikTok, a response well attuned to halter China's aggressive technological encroachment. Furthermore, the very real and at times bloody confrontations along our shared Himalayan border have demonstrated India's willingness to stand its ground against Chinese aggression. The fragile and cautious peace that currently holds is a testament to India's resolve. Moreover, China's going to be watching this closely. The seating arrangements at Trump's inauguration would certainly have caught its eye. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar was seated right in front of the dais during President Donald Trump's inauguration speech, not a Western or a NATO leader. These seating plans are not random or coincidental. It signals the seriousness of the Trump administration to work with India within and beyond the Quad. It's also important to note that the Trump-Modi bonhomie goes way back and will be a driving force for the Quad. While Japan and Australia have seen transitions to new leaderships, Prime Minister Modi has held on to power for a third term, with this being his 11th year in office. Prime Minister Modi knows the Quad's journey in and out and will play a pivotal role in its functions. Now let's talk about the other Quad in the news. The Afghan Quad, consisting of Russia, Iran and two of India's regional adversaries, has a different focus: stabilizing Afghanistan. Lavrov's invitation for India to join this group reflects Russia's recognition of India's influence and constructive role in the region. Russia's invitation to India is not just for being a responsible regional power, but as a potential counterweight to the dominant influence of China and Pakistan within the grouping in Afghanistan. For India, this forum allows it to further its trade ambitions through initiatives like the International North-South Transport Corridor, of which the Chabahar port in Iran is a vital component. Remember that this port is operated by India. A stable and cooperative Afghanistan is essential for this trade route to flourish, helping India bypass Pakistan for overland access to Central Asia and beyond. India's recent engagement with the Taliban, including agreements to promote trade through Chabahar, demonstrates a pragmatic approach to securing its economic and strategic interests in the region. This is not about ideological alignment, it is about realpolitik. Any potential future participation by India in both these Quads, while seemingly paradoxical, is a reflection of its complex geopolitical reality. For India, this is not about playing a neutral role, but rather about strategically engaging on multiple fronts to secure its national interests. India is at a juncture in global politics which has laid bare many possibilities and rewards in front of it. However, such is the nature of realpolitik that it is almost never a zero-sum game. As global power dynamics shift, India will continue to play a pivotal role in shaping the future of both the Indo-Pacific and the Eurasian landmass. Its ability to engage comfortably with conflicting parties, therefore, not only serves its self-interest, but also helps build bridges across the world.